everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. In today's game, two of the best defenses in the NFL will be in action. Each ranks in the top 10 in fewest points allowed. It's the Chiefs going up against the Raiders. With that, we'll get you out to Oakland. So we'll hand it over to our colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, after an off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay at Oakland, California. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Carr now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete to open things up. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Well, sometimes we talk running backs. Sometimes we talk wide receivers. Walford, the tight end in this unit, very important.
Clive Walford, a terrific player. Knows how to work the inside portions of the field, but also can surprise you and get deep.
Carr going to throw. And he comes back with one complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. And the back goes into motion. Here's Carr. He finds Latavius Murray. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now. Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Little motion now from the tight end. Again, it's Murray. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
Dontari Poe emerged on the scene fast as a young player and continues to make big plays at defensive tackle.
And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Give him 6 on the play, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. It's a 6-yard run, leaves them with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And a wildcat formation here. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. And you're not allowed to climb. You got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there. And a really nice play resulted for them.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. Now Cook. He gets it to Brown. Complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Throwing, Cook. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 32 yards.
What really hurts defenses on screen passes is that they eat up one of their levels right away. Because, you know, most defenses, 3 levels. D-line, linebacker, secondary. But on a screen pass, you're inviting the defensive line to get past them. And then you throw the ball over their heads. And now there's just 2 levels left to try and stop big guys out in front of a guy running with the football.
And incomplete. He dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Shift together here from the D-line. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. That's strong running. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And his kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Carr now to throw, eluding the pressure right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and that brings up 4th down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They do go for it. It's Carr. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
Fresh set of downs here. From the gun, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. That was second down run for Murray. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. And now they're in the hurry-up. From midfield, here's Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be fourth down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on fourth. They come out here in the eye. Carr keeps it on the sneak. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now a play fake here on first down. He sets to... This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got...
Michael Crabtree's going to go. And all the way down to the 29. Carr and Crabtree hooking up for a big one there. And even 50 yards. Here we go. They'll come out in the pistol. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They come out with one back and three tight ends. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have two remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down following the run.
Here we go. Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Darren Waller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. To return, it's DeAndre Washington. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have two remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On second down, here's Carr. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Throwing, Cook, out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So they're operating in the red zone. Now Cook. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
Detroit! Here we go now. Blue, landing. Leopard. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll throw now on the final play. This will be caught at about the 5. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, and how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's third down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Out of the gun now on third down. And that is incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
NFL teams last year a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now receiver in motion left. First and goal at the 3-yard line now. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And the lead is now 24. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10.
Latavius Murray, the 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Latavius Murray with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Now Carr, his pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the two-point conversion for good measure. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. He's going to float this one deep right side. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by David Anderson. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run,
and he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
All right, here we go. Baby, alert, alert.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Flush to his right. To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
All right, say it with me now. A lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty.
Yep.
Wiley. Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
This one caught left side by Cooper. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They do go for it. It's Carr. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Caught, Kelsey, left side. It's a pickup of 14 there. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Cook. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you can. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with his third touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Carr now on first down. Brought in by Walford, right side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
He'll buy some time right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders. And quickly they get to the line. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, here we go. Wide and yay. Wide and yay.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Throwing, Cook. They'll roll him out right. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, a great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He's got time. He's going to let it go again. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Let's go. Over. Go. Slam. Set. 3-19.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And some room to roam now. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Carr. And this one's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. 7 yards remaining here on third down.
We ready? Red 18. Red 18.
Throwing his car on third down. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Set. Blue 90. Back 99, Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now let's go. Green 3.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. 3rd and 4. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. He gets it to Brown. Complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
That one looks like he'll throw here. On the move to his left. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Spinning past him. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows?
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Needed 16. They got 17 on 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Oakland. 43 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
2nd down now after the incompletion. Carr to throw again. steps away to his left. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. And now here comes Kansas City. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. It'll go as a gain of 12, and it'll give the Chiefs a first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Cook. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Watch it now, Barney. Check.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Throwing, Cook. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here we go. Good.
Back to throw now on first down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Back to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance, and he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
Five wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Oh, now look at this. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the San Diego Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Oakland.